This is an underwhelming move. The 49ers are signing Falcons free safety Richie Grant to a one-year deal. Richie Grant started for the Falcons at free safety in 2022 and 2023 and was not good. And so they benched him in 2024. And in the limited snaps he played, he was awful, according to Pro Football Focus. And now he's on the Niners, not for a multi-year deal, for a one-year deal, which I would imagine is, commensurate to his backup status. You like that verbiage I'm throwing at you? Yeah, Richie Grant, not really exciting. If you thought the Niners might go after Justin Reed, forget about it. If you thought the Niners might go after a safety who's a little bit more modestly priced, a more modestly priced safety like Julian Blackmon, forget about it. Richie Grant, that's what the Niners can do this. I was just praising the 49ers for splurging a little bit on running back and giving Jordan Mason a second round tender. Still, that's $5 million. I mean, to get a real safety, a real starting safety. I mean, Hufanga went for $15 million a year. If you want Justin Reed or Julian Blackmon, you're going to have to spend money. And the Niners aren't doing that this offseason. And, it's cool to like clean up your books and get rid of contracts that aren't great. But you also need to spend money too. Otherwise, you're just the Oakland A's of the NFL. Am I supposed to really throw the Yorks a freaking parade because they saved themselves money while upping ticket prices and not even acknowledging that the team is undergoing a rebuild? I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. And that's what they've signed a backup tight end and now a backup safety. That's their offseason so far. And some people might feel like they really missed the boat not bringing back Dre Greenlaw. I mean, he wasn't that expensive. 3 years, $35 million, about $11 million a year. And he was like the heart and soul of your team. So yeah, maybe it's the right move. Maybe he gets hurt again and the Broncos are screwed. But if he stays healthy, like you're going to say you signed a backup tight end instead of Dre Greenlaw, a backup tight end and a backup free safety, to be fair, because if the Niners had signed Greenlaw, then they couldn't possibly have had Luke Farrell and Richie Grant. So it's a trade-off. I was not really in favor of them bringing back Greenlaw, but damn, if it's Greenlaw or Luke Farrell and Richie Grant, I'm not banking on Luke Farrell and Richie Grant. But hey, it's just backups. It's not a lot of money. I don't think Richie Grant's going to start for the 49ers. Their safeties are Malik Mustafa, Jair Brown, and Richie Grant, and whoever they draft in round 3 or 4. But man, this team isn't going to be very good next year. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? Like, what? How many games is this team going to win? They won 6 games last year, and now they're gutting their roster, and they're hoping that a bunch of rookies on a Kyle Shanahan team are going to make this team better. Kyle hates young players, seemingly. Allegedly. I don't know. They could have just fired Kyle Shanahan. Instead, they brought him back, gutted the roster, and took away his budget and said, go get him. It seems like they're kind of waiting for him to fire himself.